Alrighty, chat. We should be good to go. Somebody give me some ones in the chat if you can hear me okay, if you can see me, if everything's going good. We should be live. And for the first time in quite a while, sorry about that. There really hasn't been a lot to talk about recently. I mean, we have no severe weather virtually. It's the month of December. We've got very little winter storm activity over the past couple of weeks, other than a brief blizzard event in the Midwest. And I mean, there's not really a whole lot else to talk about. I've been extremely active on the second channel, so if you are not already, go sub over to that channel if you want to see more of my ugly face. Before we started the stream here, I actually did go ahead and give out 5 gifted, so congrats to Bricks, Moonshine, Pete, Dong, and Alex on the gifted Slate Russ Davises with their memberships. Merry Christmas, everybody. Those are your Christmas present from me. We're gonna be doing 5 more gifted later in this stream. Again, give me some ones in chat if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. I know we're kind of late here tonight. I was gonna go live earlier, but that didn't really work out because there was nothing to talk about. And then I was gonna schedule it for 9, but I was busy at 9, so it's really been quite a evening here. Again, I don't know if we just don't have anybody chatting or if things are broken, but hopefully we're good here. We're just here for a bit of a chill stream tonight. And I just realized I haven't even given Vincent the floor yet. He's here.
What is good, everybody? Good to see you all tonight. Davis, have you finished your midterms yet?
Yes, today was my last day of school, so it's over.
Same. I had geometry and history during a period of the strongest winds I've seen in years.
Yeah, that's a rip.
We had 60 to 70 mile per hour gusts, and I was like stuck in this classroom. It was so annoying.
Yeah, that is quite unfortunate. I know that Twister was getting gusts over 100 this weekend.
Yeah, we need to talk to him because I want to see what he got from that. That is insane.
And I think his power might be out. He's not responding to any texts or anything.
Oh.
But we have recorded multiple 80 plus mile an hour wind gusts just west of the Denver metro region. If you don't know, we had a maxed out, extremely critical fire danger risk for the north side of the Denver metro today, as well as Cheyenne, Wyoming, and surrounding areas. That is the highest level of fire weather alert that the Weather Prediction Center can possibly issue. Luckily, we got out relatively scot-free. I mean, given that the last time we had an extremely critical wildfire risk was for the devastating LA Palisades wildfire, I'd say we did pretty well today. No reports of any large or even moderately sized ongoing wildfires, but I will say those damaging wind gusts are knocking out the power for hundreds of thousands across the Denver West Metro region, again, mainly in these mountainous regions here. Again, we had an 80 mile an hour gust in Boulder, and a couple others that aren't listed here on Radar Omega, but again, some areas even got close to 100 mile an hour wind gusts in the higher elevations. Speaking of damaging wind gusts, we had this large damaging wind event up here in southern New England today. This is Vincent's territory, so I'm going to go ahead and let him take the floor if he wants to talk about that.
Yeah, so we had our major system that recently moved through the eastern United States, and it really took on that strong negative tilt, which amped that low level jet. Again, we saw a low level jet of really up to 90 knots, which is just a couple of thousand feet above your head. So basically what I'm saying is that we had some serious damaging winds, again, overspreading the region. We saw wind gusts ranging from 60 to even around 70 miles per hour for some areas. So again, wind advisories and high wind warnings are still in effect, I believe, for most of the region. And again, we're still talking about those wind gusts reaching into the 40s, but I know in my neck of the woods, I see that report on your screen, Davis. We had wind gusts of around 60 miles per hour. I was in southern Long Island. I was in the kind of Hempstead area. I'm not going to dox myself where I was, but I was in the Hempstead area, and we were getting slammed. So Widespread tree damage definitely was observed again. On my bus ride home, at least I saw at least three trees down. There were a couple power lines down, so big time impacts, lots of power knocked out. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so it looks like we've still got a couple, or not just a couple, but tens of thousands of customers without power across much of southern New England here. Parts of Connecticut, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, all feeling those effects. We also have a snow squall warning in effect for portions of the Great Lakes region up here in far northern New York along the New York Canadian border. This is going out for areas like Malone, Ellenburg, and Chazy in far northern New York State. Again, this heavy band of snow is going to be moving through far extreme northern New York, moving into portions of northwestern Vermont soon. So if you guys are out here, make sure that you're taking this warning seriously and avoiding travel if at all possible. Not only is this a big band of snow that's going to reduce your visibility, but we've got wind gusts, as Vincent mentioned, still hitting 35 to 40 miles an hour across pretty much the entire state of New York. So make sure that you guys are staying safe out there. Again, originally that's what this stream was supposed to be covering, but that event has simultaneously calmed down as has the severe weather event in the wildfire potential out there in portions of central CO. So again, at this point, really just here for a chill stream tonight. Maybe some Roblox Twisted, maybe some chatting with viewers. Again, I know it's a very late night, so we don't have a lot of people tuning in, but I do appreciate all you guys that are tuning in here. Again, this is probably going to be, just a laid back, just kind of catching up stream because it's been a while. And again, this time it wasn't my fault. This time the weather actually has been boring. We have not had a live stream in over 2 weeks, and we've not had a single slight risk of severe weather or greater in over 2 weeks as well. Now, yesterday, we had a tornado watch in place for portions of Dixie Alley, specifically parts of Mississippi and Alabama. That was a bust. We had one tornado warned thunderstorm in far northeastern Alabama near Rainsville that didn't end up producing. I didn't go live for that, but I was on standby the entire time, and again, there was no reason that I saw to go live for an event that really wasn't panning out as a tornado threat as much as it was a QLCS wind threat. Now, I will say, I do actually agree with them implementing a tornado watch because there was that possibility of a rogue couple of QLCS spin-ups, and I don't think that that was necessarily highlighted too well in the actual SPC outlook. I was looking at this from the day before thinking that they could have added a 5% risk potentially, but they stuck with the 2 and issued the tornado watch anyway, which I thought was one of the weirder things that they could have done in that situation. But again, the event didn't end up playing out, so I was wrong anyways in the end. I will note that we do still have several thousand customers as well without power in portions of the Pacific Northwest. We had a huge, huge blizzard event move through a lot of these regions here. And again, wind gusts up to 100 miles an hour were associated with that event quite frequently in portions of Idaho, Washington, and Montana. Hold on, give me just a second here.
Also, speaking of tornadoes, we did have a tornado warning in Hawaii. Uh, I don't know if it was yesterday or it was last night, but that was pretty crazy to see again in December and also just in Hawaii again. You do not see that every day. But there was actually a strong area of rotation that likely had a water spout associated with it that moved over land. So pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. I didn't know that that happened.
Oh yeah, I think it was like maybe last night. I'd have to check.
Gotcha. But anyway, yeah, that's what's been going on in the world of weather, very recently. Again, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Again, I wasn't expecting a huge viewership tonight because it is extremely late, and I know people are tired from school and work, and maybe this is their first evening off for a lot of people. I know it is for me, so I'm not expecting to see 1,000 concurrent viewers. And is chat disabled? And it is. Let's go. Let's go. Chat's disabled.
That's just
Well, what to do at this point? What to do? Hmm. What shall we do? We low-key might reset. Um, we'll give it a few more minutes and see if anybody else joins in here. And if so, we will reset the stream. Otherwise, we might just do a very short little update stream here and then call it quits for the night. Just because there's not a lot of people tuning in. And again, I wasn't expecting there to be, but again, there's not much of a reason to be here as of right now, so we'll see what happens here in just a second. But for right now, probably going to just let the stream run. A little confused as to why chat got disabled.
Yeah, very early on.
But yeah. I can't even get 5 more memberships now. It's a rip. Yeah, I don't know why it did that, but it did. Um, yeah, low key. Honestly, might just end off here. Just because we don't have a lot of people tuning in. This could be like top 5 shortest stream of all time. Let's go. Yeah, I think that's what this is gonna be. I would have kept going if YouTube didn't disable chat. I don't know why it did that. But that's quite unfortunate. So, for anybody watching this back, because we don't really have anybody watching right now, but if anybody's watching after this has already ended and just watching this back now, we'll probably be live again tomorrow. Try to do it at a little bit more of a reasonable time so that we can get some folks tuning in, and then hopefully chat also doesn't get disabled. That was kind of a rip. But thank you all for tuning into the stream. And again, I will see you guys all in the next one, whenever that is. Peace out.